My name is Reverend Dr. Franklin Krantin Boedu. I am the immediate past headmaster of Agri Memorial Zion Senior High School and a senior pastor of Triumph Bible Church, of which Mr. Ebenezer Kujotu is a member. And I have known him for quite some time. Before he even got married, he's more of like a son to us. So I have known Mr. Otu very well, and I believe that whoever needs his assistance or needs him in anything, Mr. Otu is ready to do whatever job you want him to do. In church, he's the executive secretary and single-handedly also developed the constitution of the welfare. And so now, looking at how he has involved himself and impacted the welfare thing, he's now been made the chairman of the welfare committee. And so we see him as somebody who wants to bring whatever is on his mind to bear and also to bring it to action. So Mr. Otu is somebody who is very, very, very serious about his work. I know him to be a teacher. He's worked with my former school, Winneba Secondary School. You find him here. He's a poultry farmer. He's here. He's doing so many things almost at the same time. He's schooling and he's able to perform all these functions. So that tells you how industrious and how serious Mr. Otu is. So Mr. Otu is standing for the National Best Teacher Award, of which I was once a regional, a district chairman or a district rep. I think that it is time that we give people who are influencing the community the opportunity to come out as best teachers. Mr. Otu has influenced a lot of people, and I don't have any doubts of he being selected as the best national teacher this year. So I want to pledge my support to him that he is a good material and he will sell the teaching profession very well if he is made the best teacher for this year. I pledge my support.
Hello, this is Mrs. Paulina Otu. Mr. Ebenezer Otu is my husband. He's just a sweet husband, and therefore I recommend him for every responsibility because he takes his work seriously. He loves our family, he loves the children. He is punctual in every activity that he takes. He always advises his children and anyone around him to learn how to become a better person in future. He makes a hard task easy with no or less of a vision. Mr. Otu is reliable, punctual to work. He is very hardworking. He takes his work serious, and I love him for that. He takes care of the family and other students as well.
I am Professor Stephen MP, and so I'm advised in Faculty of Educational Studies in the University of Education, Winneba. I've been in this university for over 13 years. I'm in my 14th year in this university, and I've worked for a long time, acquainted myself with Mr. Otu of Winneba Secondary School. I know him very well. For the past 10 years, I've acquainted myself with Mr. Otu, so I know him very well. Yeah, what I can say about Mr. Otu is that Mr. Otu is very, very friendly. He is a hard-working teacher. Since my acquaintance with him, I've seen that Mr. Otu is very proactive and result-oriented person. Anything you give to Mr. Otu work hard so that he achieves his goal. He's not a person who runs away from challenges. He confronts challenges and always has a motivation to overcome challenges and bring results. Now, Mr. Otu has a quest of always bringing in innovation, bringing in new things that will make an organization or any group he is leading, bring them that sort of achievement. So Mr. Otu is an achiever as far as I know him. Yeah. And again, when we talk about leadership in general, leadership is one's ability to motivate his subjects or his subordinates to work hard towards achieving a set goal. And I've seen these leadership qualities in Mr. Otu. We attend the same church, Triumph Bible Church International, and any position that you put Mr. Otu will never regret. He has been a leader in held so many positions in the church, up to the extent of he being the secretary to the council, the council of the church. Mr. Otu has been spearheading our welfare in the church, and I know he has also been he's a leading member as far as the teacher unions are concerned. Some years ago, he was the president of zonal president of NAGRAT. He also acted for some time as the secretary of the same zonal organization, which means that Mr. Otu, when he is put in any position, he can excel. I want to say that Mr. Otu qualifies for the position that he has applied for, the position that he has applied for. When you talk about leadership, you talk about somebody who has integrity, and I can see that in Mr. Otu. A leader must have integrity, and a leader must also be able to delegate to his subordinates and supervise them so that they do the right thing to achieve success. And leadership must have the communication skills, and Mr. Otu is a communicator. I've met him in several forums, and he always come out with cogent arguments, and he can communicate very well in both the local and English language. Again, a leader must have the courage, and I see that in Mr. Otu. Mr. Otu is courageous. He is not somebody who runs away from challenges or problems. When there is a problem, he tackles the problems. He rallies people around that let us do it this way, let us do it this way, and he can always come up with alternative way of solving issues. A leader must also be decisive. Yes, and I can see that also in Mr. Otu, in the sense that when Mr. Otu takes a decision, you see that he sticks by his decision, right? He sticks by his decision. It's not somebody who will take a decision and runs away from the decision. So all this point to the fact that Mr. Otu is the right person to be given this award, because he has a very rich track record, and nobody can doubt that. So I strongly endorse his candidature for this Global Prize Award, and nobody will regret that this award, if this award is given to Mr. Otu. He deserves it. He is worthy. He is the right person to achieve this award. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Ishmael Edukwadaba, and I'm a student. Of course, I'm staying with Mr. Ebenezer Kojotu, who is the teacher at Unisek. How I take him, okay, it's like he heard a story about me, and in fact, it's a sad story though, but I'm not having any mom, any dad, so I was just roaming about here and there, and he said, no, maybe I have to just come and then support him, and for him to also support me. So I'm just here supporting him, and also, in fact, what he's doing for me, I'm just happy. I'm glad. I don't even want to leave here. I just want to stay here. Yes, because he has taken me as a son, and I've also taken him as my father, and that relationship too is very strong. Not him alone, but his wife too as well. She has also taken me as a son, everything. So in fact, I love everything about him. Everything is going on smoothly here. Though as a human being, we are not all perfect. You may do something wrong, you just sit me down and then talk about it, correct me that next time do it this way, and it's not anything harshly shouting at me, no, but doing it in a decent way for him to know that yes, I have to feel like I'm at home and I'm also enjoying being here. The relationship with him and then the student, oh, in fact, what he's doing to me, the same thing that he's also doing to the student. Sometimes, especially those in the boarding house, they be complaining, oh, I don't have money, I'm hungry, and I might also cook something in the house, so they just come, serve them, they enjoy it, they leave, nothing happens. He sees them as his sons and daughters, as well as me. So all that he's doing for me, the same thing that he's doing for them, and it's not only me, many people, and everyone who just came and then be with him, they are all sharing a good story about him. Everything that he does is perfect, and in his own way. I think he has been sent by God to do this, and in fact, God is really blessing him as well. So I'm just happy for him. Yeah.
I'm Isaac Ahilabi. I'm a retired manager of the University of Education Cooperative Credit Union. Mr. Otu has also lived in Uniba. My association with him has lasted for about 6 years now. Yes, Otu is enterprising. I see him to be engaging himself even outside the school curricular activities. He's a farmer, and he has even recently won the second best farmer in the district. He does poultry, he keeps rabbitry, he does crop farming too in the school, even on large scale. He's a member of our local Poultry Farmers Association and currently the organizer of that association. At meetings, I find his contributions very useful. He has foresight, he has dynamism, and he carries his work with precision. He talks very little, yet he's friendly and has contributed so much to the performance of our organization, that is the Ishra Poultry Farmers Association. Mr. Binza Otu, I know he has the requisite qualification to even be awarded the prize of the National Best Teacher. I need him to be a degree holder. He has even topped up to do his master's in his educational career. Judging from what he could do or where he has started, taking leadership roles from small beginnings, he can end up in the dizzy height too, if he's appointed or nominated or even wins the award of the National Best Teacher. I hope he deserves it because he's somebody who is capable of leading a group. I hope it will be a good idea, a noble idea, if he's chosen to be the National Best Teacher for Ghana. It will be an award which he deserves to get.
My name is Abu Richmond, and I'm a student attending MBTL. I stay inside Winnipeg here. My father was a teacher here, Mr. Dambia. So he went for retirement. And I said, okay, because I've not finished with my education, you should look for someone for me who I can stay with until I complete. So he also went around and he saw Mr. Otu. So he gave me to Mr. Otu to take care of me. And since I've come here to stay with Mr. Otu, for sure he has been a good father to me, and he's really good. He take care of me. Everything I want, he give it to me. Even sometimes I don't even ask anything, but he provide for me, and I thank him for the caring he has been caring for me, for my school, my going out, my coming in. He want to know every step that I take, everything about me, and I think that's good. If you have a father and he doesn't ask you about your steps that you take, you can't be a good person in life. But if you're going and he asks your steps, the way you walk, what you do, and you yourself, you know that no, this person wants the good from me. Because he's a good person, he doesn't want you to also live a bad lifestyle. He wants you to also live a good lifestyle so that people will also see and follow you. I think to me, that's what I think about Mr. He's a good person, I'm sure.